Good evening, and welcome to the Music of the Night. My name is Karnis, and I'll be your storyteller for the evening. With me tonight, I have three of our usual quartet, starting with
kcStranger playing Petra Schweinsteiger.
Ice Nine playing Maya Barkley.
And tastymusic playing Scott Elwell.
Sorry.
And tonight, as a little intro, I have a question for each of you. Interesting question. And that question is, starting with Maya, what would Maya's ugly Christmas sweater look like?
I'm trying to separate myself from this.
I'm sorry, ugly holiday sweater? Candle night sweater. I don't know for sure that Maya celebrates Christmas. Maybe she doesn't.
I feel like she's just like, sure, Christmas. Probably. I'm really struggling because I'm trying to make sure I'm not referring to myself here, like to Maya.
Okay, you can take a moment.
I feel like it's like black with like design of something. So it's not super ugly, but it's tacky. Why is Tasty laughing?
So I found Scott's ugly Christmas sweater, and it's so great.
Okay,
We're ready.
Like just a general design kind of thing?
It's some sort of holiday design, like a snowman or a snowflake or or something like that. But it's not that ugly.
You seem
Oh,
eager.
no.
Okay.
No, I take it back. I know what it is.
Okay.
It's old man, muted but still holiday colored sweater. Does that make sense?
I think I know what you mean.
Ouchie.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Can Tasty just go first?
Oh,
No,
good
it's
lord.
okay.
Okay, Tasty. Describe that for us. If you
Oh,
don't
describe
mind.
the sweater? Well, Scott is a frat bro, so it's like a typical holiday sweater. Blue with like red, white, and blue Christmas like snowflake design. But in the middle, right around the chest area, there's two male deers who are mating.
Are they male?
Oh,
They both have antlers, so yeah,
You're right.
that's why it makes it even better.
Technically 4.
All right.
It's a Deirdre.
It is a Deirdre. And surprisingly appropriate given the last couple of sessions.
That's funny.
All right, Casey, tell me about Petra's ugly Christmas sweater.
Okay. I don't know how hard she hunts around, but I kind of imagine that maybe she finds this like green thing with sort of the normal white like Christmas stuff on it, but then just like flying across it, maybe from like lower right to upper left, is Iron Man wearing a Santa hat and like carrying a Christmas tree.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Either that or maybe like the Hulk slamming a Christmas tree onto the ground wearing a hat. One of those.
I approve. All right. So, with that, last time on Music of the Night, you all had escaped from what you can only presume is some section of ferry and or some sort of prison of the Fae, something along those lines, where you randomly woke up. You had extricated yourselves, escaped out, landed in Boris's bathroom.
With Jan.
With a couple of people in tow. Scott Elwell's friend Sam is a paramedic. You all have not met her because that was briefly during Scott's sort of introductory thing. She was there with you guys, and you also rescued a young man named Jan that through a brief conversation, Boris had identified as an order of the Paladin, which he believed was not a thing that existed anymore.
By the way,
After breakfast, yes.
no, I was going to say, while we're on this stage of recapping, I realized something. So Maya got hurt while we escaped. Has there been any time to tend to those wounds? Like, we never established whether she got any, like, medical attention while we were at Boris's.
She didn't get that hurt, though, did she?
She took 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, but bludgeoning damage...
Bashing, sorry.
Bashing, yeah. Bashing damage heals in, like, what is it, like 20 minutes or something?
Oh, is it that quick?
It didn't seem like something that needed, like, bandage, just maybe a rest is what was my
The only person that took any, like, legitimate damage, I think, was Scott.
I got bit.
That was what, 2 lethal?
Like one?
Yeah.
It was bashing is what you said, but...
Oh, did I say bashing? Okay.
Yeah, technically Maya took more than Scott, and 3 bashing is kind of a lot, actually.
It is, but it heals fairly quickly.
I just wanted to establish whether
it heals 1 bashing in like 15 minutes.
Let me find that super quick.
That's what it should be, because I heal it much faster, and mine's like every 4 minutes. So if you just double it twice, then like 15, 16.
Hold on. I know I've got it on here somewhere. This is driving me crazy. Regardless, I know it's not more than like an hour per bashing damage.
Okay,
so she's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, again, bashing is more something that's like dire in the moment if you take too much of it, but aside from that, it's something you get over pretty quickly.
Cool.
So yeah, Order of the Paladin, not something that Boris had believed was in existence anymore. You all, or well, some of you, questioned whether or not the young man was perhaps from even this era. After that, Boris had a young man named Sabian come pick you guys up, take you out to your respective places, wherever you needed to go. Maya had a brief conversation with Gale. It was super awkward for me.
Why?
It just...
Karnis is a good person. He doesn't like being bad people.
Because you had to lie.
I don't know. It was just awkward.
Look at the smile on my face.
And it like
poking the bear.
I've got no talking about sex with people I care about. It's like it's something else. I don't know. Protestant upbringing, maybe. I don't know. Anyways. So yeah, then you all met back at Luca's place. Talked to Kenneth. A giant came to your door, introduced himself as Caleb. Brought out a talking head. Luca's place, still in his name. Family property. Anyways. But you all are technically illegally staying there now? Anyways. Yeah. There was a crash in the other room. You guys ran in, found Kenneth on the floor, with a little bit of blood coming from his ears and his nose. Petra noticed somebody or something, a figure, a form, fleeing the scene. Ripped open the door to the entity, and that's where we called it. So, yes, something lightly burning the snow. That's right. Yes, you did see a little bit of fire. That was a good point. Actually, that was very important. Yes. And yeah, Scott and Petra head out the door. Aya probably staying with Kenneth, but maybe not. And that is when, Maya, you wake up.
Where?
It's your apartment, of course. You are sort of stretching and looking out the window over the Akron skyline. You feel an arm sort of gently laying over you, and lean over and kiss Andy gently on the cheek, and just sort of roll out of bed and look out. And then it sort of hits you as the snow sort of gently flutters outside.
What? You cut out.
You cut out. You're cutting out a bit here or there.
Sorry. And then it sort of hits you as you watch the snow gently falling that it's Christmas. And you get that kind of giddy, excited feeling in your stomach that you always used to when you were a kid. And run out to your guys' living room, look under the tree. There's a couple of things there. And you set about doing the most important work of any morning, making coffee.
Truth.
Petra, you wake up, and it's probably early morning still. You stretch out, get up, go about your morning, make yourself some coffee. Look over at your calendar and see a big red circle around today. Because you know that everybody's going to sort of be getting together, and you don't love social events, but at the same time, you're kind of happy to see everybody. You don't get to see everyone all that often, and it's going to be nice. Let me ask you, Casey, something about Petra. Is Petra the kind of person that would move in before she was married with somebody? Or is she the kind of person that wouldn't do that?
She definitely would not initiate that and would probably need some sort of strong practical reason to do it. So in other words, she wouldn't absolutely rule it out, but unlikely is what I would say.
Okay. I knew what I felt, but I didn't want to make that call on my own. So I get the feeling that you probably look down at your phone and see a good morning text from Wayne telling you that he's going to get off soon, and he'll meet you at the party and whatnot. Scott.
Yeah?
You wake up on Christmas morning, stretch out, wiggle your way out of the two ladies that lay in your bed, head over to hashtag just Scott things. Head out, make yourself some coffee, start, I don't know, does Scott eat breakfast? He seems like the kind of guy that would skip breakfast.
Oh, he'd eat breakfast.
Okay, start making some breakfast. Your friends come out, help you cook. You all have a, but nevertheless, jolly Christmas morning.
So called Babe, he doesn't remember names.
You all sort of go about your general morning lives, not worrying about work or things like that, because again, it's Christmas. You don't have to worry about that stuff. And as the day sort of wears on, what sort of things might Maya, Petra, Scott do in preparation for a party with family and friends?
What order are we doing this?
Any order. You can pop.
Okay, I already talked. So I think that I'm feeling unusually ambitious today. So I'm actually going to try to cook some kind of like maybe appetizer thing to bring along with me.
Okay.
Maybe I go for some bacon wrapped dates.
Ooh, ambitious indeed.
Water chestnut.
So you open up the fridge, remembering that you were going to attempt this, because there are relatively few places open. But you did buy everything you needed. So about 10 o'clock, after you've sort of had a conversation with Wayne and he's gone to bed for a couple hours, you're getting your way around the kitchen. Make me cooking check. Cooking check. So this is one of those interesting things that I'm never quite sure. Let's do wits crafts.
Okay, so let me ask this question. How to the side is this? And the specific reason that I'm asking, and I won't abuse this on every roll, but am I allowed to willpower this? Understanding this is not something I'm very good at, generally speaking.
So here's the thing. The way willpower is intended to work is that it's supposed to be something that you put an extra bit of yourself into because it's something you care very deeply about. So if you believe that Petra cares so much about this that she wants to get it just right, then yes.
I think this is Petra trying to be a little bit more normal than she usually is.
Petra's just a normal person like anybody else. I mean, yeah, she's an electrician and like her own person, but...
Well, she also leads kind of a unique life. Or are you telling me that I don't know about any of that?
Any of what?
Okay. Alright. I'm not willpowering then.
What the fuck?
If you feel like it falls under Petra's sort of perfectionistic sort of sense of wanting to accomplish something, then I'm totally okay with that.
Okay, let me do it then. Do you want me to totally re-roll or just roll 3 more?
Roll 3 more.
Rip.
Oh. I mean, but it comes out fine. Like, you've had to cook for yourself for a few years. It's not like you're not completely unused to a kitchen, but they come out nice. Not as nice as you might like, but they come out nice. Scott, what might Scott do in preparation for party?
Pick up a bunch of beer, all Christmas ale,
Okay.
winter lagers and such.
So is this the sort of thing that Scott waited until the day of to do?
No, he probably would be like, oh man, I've been having a few of these over the past few days. I should probably try to pick up some more.
Okay. So you need to make me this is going to be intelligence streetwise.
Boy.
To try, or intelligence investigation. Yeah, intelligence investigation works better, actually.
Oh. Can I
try to find
Streetwise
some
instead?
place that actually has a Christmas sale.
Can I do Streetwise instead? If you want to do investigation instead, it's completely fine.
No, streetwise also makes sense. It's a thing you can do. Hey, you happen to find a little one of those little sort of drive-throughs run by somebody of non-white descent, and who may or may not celebrate Christmas, but regardless are open because they want to make money. So you drive through, they have exactly what you're looking for, you pick up a couple cases, and congratulations, you are successful.
Woo.
As you're pulling out of the drive-thru, Scott, make me. This is going to be resolve composure -5.
Oh boy. Your boy!
There's this flash as you see another snowy scene, but with the back of somebody in a flannel shirt, bob haircut, dark hair. You immediately identified as the back of Petra's head and shoulders, and a little. It's like sunset in a little sort of smoldering flame, and then the street comes back.
What was that?
It was weird, right? Like
Really weird.
it's really weird.
Girls, one of those. It must have been something that I had with one of those girls last night. It was weird.
Yeah, you did some stuff last night. That must be it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to spend Christmas alone. He was in a bad mood and didn't make the best choices probably beforehand as a result.
True, but you're not going to be alone on Christmas, and that's the important.
Yeah. Also, he'd give a text to Sam and Alex, just being like, "Hey, Merry Christmas."
And they respond back, "Hey, Merry Christmas. We'll see you in a couple hours, right?"
Yeah. Exclamation point.
You
I'm really weirded out now. Because that's...
No, you're not. No, you knew you were going to see him.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't they?
I got to introduce him to all my friends.
So you take your left and head on over towards Akron, since you're still up in the Cleveland area.
Did you leave the girls in your apartment?
Oh no, this is later. I'm presuming he took care of them and sent them on their way.
I wasn't took care of them and sent them on their way.
Oh yeah, remember I said they had a non-traditional jolly morning, Christmas morning.
So he'd be heading over around like 12 o'clock though, and I think is where we'd be having the thing.
Where?
Or would be to Luca's?
Yes, yeah. So you'll probably get there around 1-ish, 2-ish.
And he's gonna start drinking as soon as he gets there.
So Maya, you have some presents under the Christmas tree. You've made some coffee, one for you, and you pour a cup for Andy. Mix them just the way you guys like them. What do you do first? Do you go wake Andy up, or do you go and check the presents?
I don't know what I know right now, Karnis.
Well, you know that you're going to... It's Christmas morning.
Is it today? Do I know that it's today?
Christmas morning? Yeah. You know it's Christmas morning.
Yeah, but
in 2017. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're gonna later you're gonna meet Petra and Scott and Luca and Vi and your family and friends all over at Luca's house.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
well,
you and Andy were recently married. Like, what's not to know here?
Oh, twist it! Twist the dagger.
I'm gonna cry. Okay, how asleep is he?
I'm a little sorry. I
might cry.
He sleeps pretty heavily. You know that.
I feel like I grab Addie and I go for a jog while he's waking up.
All right, you go jogging. Make me athletic stamina.
Emotional.
I do really honestly feel a little bit like a bastard right now.
It's okay. No, it's good.
All right. That's impressive. You jog very well. As you're jogging, and you sort of fall into your rhythm. Addie sort of lolling next to you. She occasionally looks at you like, "Really? Is this it? Can I run? Like, really?" And make me a resistance composure roll -5.
Minus what?
All composure.
5. Sorry, yes, resolve. Okay. You finish up your job, head back upstairs. Andy is sitting down, sipping on some coffee, reading over a no, he's not reading over a paper. It's 2017. Looking at his phone, reading through articles. He smiles as you come in.
I refuse to let myself go there entirely emotionally right now. So this is...
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
He gets up, kisses you, hands you a small little package. You open it up, and it's this really beautiful onyx and silver necklace that's crafted to look sort of like a snowflake, and it's gorgeous, very Maya. You guys sort of share a nice morning and get ready. What would you do to sort of get ready for the party?
So I already ran. Maybe like a long bath, like to just chill and like do nothing, right? So like I got my energy out and I'm like chilling before I people.
Okay, that's cool. You do that thing.
Because I feel like I'm already prepared for the night. Like I don't like do that the morning of. Like that's already done.
That makes sense. Totally.
And I make Andy help me pick my outfit because I struggle.
He does that. Let's see how well he does that. This is... Oh, is this wits or is this intelligence? This is intelligence.
Presence.
For you, it's presence. For somebody helping you, particularly a male helping you, it's intelligence.
Okay, that's fair.
We don't fashion the same way necessarily. So I'm sure there's some guys that do, but I'm gonna say Andy's more like me, and he doesn't. I thought about using politics. I'm not gonna lie.
That's funny.
No. Anyways, so this is going to be intelligence. I feel like it's expression, right? Ooh. Andy does very well. You look fab. And yeah, you guys head out. You all sort of pull up to the North Hill Street that Luca's house sits on. It's
Oh, can I make one stop on the way?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just want to make a very quick stop by Tara's place and give her the present I picked out for her.
Absolutely. Yeah, you stop by, run up, knock, and there's a answer at the door, and Tara sort of beams as she opens up the door. Petra! Hey! What's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just on my way to a different spot, but... And then I pull out the gift. Merry Christmas!
She takes it. Oh, thank you so much. And she reaches around, grabs, Merry Christmas!
And I give her a hug.
She gives you a hug and a little kiss on the cheek. So, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, right?
Oh, of course. What's tomorrow? I'm trying to remember tomorrow.
Oh, you guys just had like your usual coffee date. You
Okay.
guys go and dish.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. See you there.
All right, cool. As she closes the door, you see, you see her parents, and over in the corner, an older, somewhat hunched gentleman, sort of leaning on a cane. And make me a resolve composure roll -5. There's sort of a itching burning on the back of your right shoulder for a second, and then it sort of fades, and you wave as Tara shuts the door, and you head back out. Yeah. So you all meet up at Luca's. The Maya and Andy and Petra, you pull up more or less around the same time. You see Scott's car already parked in the driveway and park on the street. Petra, you spot Wayne's car already parked along there, so you guys get out, say your hellos, head inside. Inside is a bustling, but not like so cramped it's bothersome party. There's more people than maybe you might expect could comfortably fit inside the house, but at the same time, it's a good kind of packed, right? Like we've all experienced that sort of like you know everybody and everybody's happy to see each other. It just happens sometimes. It's more open than it seems like it is.
Bigger on the inside.
You guys come in. Scott hollers as you walk in.
Hey.
Wayne comes up to you, Petra, and hands you an IPA and reaches down and kisses you.
Yep.
Like briefly, because he as he like pulls away, your dad comes in for a hug.
Oh, okay. He definitely pulls away first. I'll just say that much, and then I turn around and give my dad a hug. Hey, Dad, good to see you.
Okay. Yeah, and yes, he does. He does pull away first. You are correct. Petra, good to see you. He gives you a big hug. I think your brother's around here somewhere.
Oh, he came after all. I was afraid he was gonna flake.
Well, no, and turns out he decided to show up. Merry Christmas, Petra.
Merry Christmas.
Luca comes up and gives you I don't know. He does a Luca thing.
Fist bump.
His eyes flash red and then green and then red again and then back to their normal.
That's funny. That's funny.
Got him.
That's really good. That's one of the funniest
You're a
things.
bad person. And no, that doesn't happen. He comes up, gives you like one of those weird like handshake hugs that people that are too cool to just hug somebody do.
Oh no, I'm down with that.
Maya, you and Andy follow Petra in. Same sort of treatment. Like your dad comes up, gives you a hug. Gail comes up. Caroline is right beside him, and she's holding their little baby, and you guys hug each other and say hello. And
wait, in
Merry
January
Christmas.
she was pregnant though.
No, she got the pregnancy.
How
No,
pregnant?
she
Oh my
delivered,
right?
gosh.
Yeah,
She just
delivered
gave
in
birth.
January. Yeah, it's like a newborn, but
She wasn't just pregnant, she was very pregnant.
Wait, I'm confused. We were
Yeah,
in
this is your-
January. Now we're in December, which is before
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, she got pregnant in like February.
what are you talking about in January? Like it's Christmas. This is your niece. She was born a couple days ago.
Right, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Hope.
Hi, Caroline and Hope and Gail and Dad.
Hey, Maya, why are you so down? Party's hopping. Scott's got like 4 beers in him and is holding his like double fisting right now.
Luca sort of like steers Scott away a little bit and like.
We know him. We love him.
Hey, someone's got to do it so someone else doesn't.
I turn to Andy and I go, alcohol, right? Alcohol?
And he sort of just nods and like heads over to where he knows the stuff is.
Yes.
Oh, I got that one.
You get caught talking to your dad and Gail and Caroline. A little bit. So Maya, how's work?
Oh, same old.
Good.
Guys?
Good. Nothing new at all. Just
Are you being Gale right now? Who are you being?
yeah, that's Gail.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought the awkward was like
I wasn't
present.
So, how's the kid?
He just sort of like smiles a little bit and looks down. I mean, new?
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Weird's a bad word, but yeah. Caroline sort of like looks up and shakes her head a little bit.
Hey, Aunt Maya. That's weird. No, that's weird.
Ew,
That's what's weird.
Your dad like visibly cringes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hun,
And
why don't we go this way? He pulls you to the side. He like sort of leans in a little bit. Again, he's shorter than you. Gives you like a good solid hug and then says, "So you've got a cocktail planned for tonight, right?" He
Wait.
nudges you in the ribs a little bit, right?
Wait, is this still Gail? I'm so confused.
No,
I'm
this is your
sorry.
dad.
Wait, my dad's asking me for drugs or for a drink?
He said he asked if you had a cocktail planned for the night.
Oh, I mean, I hadn't, but I could whip something up.
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of your work, so why not?
Sure. I go make him a bourbon something or other.
You head off, and he like puts a hand gently on your arm. You stop and turn back, and he sort of looks at you a little concerned. Maya, are you all right?
I don't know. Am I all right?
I mean, you're feeling this weird conflictedness. Something's like everything's perfect, right? Like, but you don't seem to be happy about it.
Yeah, I don't know. So bad.
But all right, if there's anything you need, you can talk to me, right?
Yeah, but why do you say so?
You just seem seen you recently.
What? You cut out?
You
Sorry.
just seem and then you cut out.
You just seem more tense than you have been recently. Is everything... I don't want to pry, but is everything all right at home?
Yeah, I mean, everything's good.
Make me a resolve composure roll -4. As he says, okay, I just want to make sure Andy's taking care of you.
Yeah, of course.
And there's sort of a flash, and your head pounds for a second, and you see stars. And there's this sort of pain in like the spot just below your sternum, sharp and severe for like a second, and it steals your breath for like a moment, and then it's gone. Sort of uncertain what to do with your response, and he just sort of like pats your arm gently and says, "All right, well, like I said, if you need anything, I'm here."
Thanks, Dad. I give him like a squeeze, and I go off to make his drink.
He goes over to drive Kurt crazy, and yeah, you head off to the kitchen. Gail, or not Gail, sorry, Andy's coming out with drinks for the two of you and hands you one.
I take not a slug.
Hey,
And let him know.
Oh, you take a sip. It's good.
Continue.
What's up, babe? Everything all right? You look flustered.
Just like asking if things were okay at home because he thought I seemed weird. Do I seem weird?
No, I don't think so, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the whole Christmas thing, right? Like, we all get a little odd this time of year. You know, people leave, people we miss, people are gone. Like, it's a thing.
Yeah,
I take it he asked you to make him a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad.
I guess I'll.
Yep, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say Andy slips by you into the party. And make me that good wits crafts +1 roll for Maya's sick cocktail skills.
Damn. 3 10s.
Damn.
Why can't I roll this when it's like, oh, you have a weird tingly feeling? Oh, it's like run and make a drink and you can roll 4 successes.
I mean, you rolled a lot of dice for both of those.
I don't care.
So you mix a mean drink, and as you're sort of like putting stuff in, you get sort of like inspired, and add like a little bit of like a spicy sort of
nutmeg garnish,
spicy peppermint mix to things that give it
I
that
was
sort
thinking
of
mint, actually.
holiday. Yeah, give it sort of that holiday bam. And as you're pouring this drink that is sort of this orangey red from the bourbon and other stuff, make me a resolve composure roll -3.
Ah.
As you're pouring this, you, in a flash, are standing in the same kitchen you're standing in right now, but sort of like leaning over and looking at sort of pale, smaller person, and you realize after like a half second it's Kenneth, and you go, oh shit, and you can sort of see this red sort of drip down a lip, and then you come back and you sort of catch the shaker as you almost dropped it and set it down, sort of shaking a little bit. So Scott, you're being loud, Scott, obnoxious self. So who's on your list of people to sort of like?
I mean, he's going around to everyone.
Congregate.
Like, hey, up, like people he just doesn't know. He's like, how you doing? I'm Scott. Nice to meet you. Those are my friends. Got to meet new people.
Mean, you know pretty much everybody here, right? Like, it's Petra's dad and Maya's brother and Luca and Kenneth and Luca's parents and Luca's sisters, and
he probably doesn't know Soren because Soren's a little flake.
Yeah, you don't know Soren very well.
He goes to find Boris.
As you're moving around, saying, "Hey, what's up?" You walk up to Alex. "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Hey, man." And you guys are like,
"Hey, look at sweater, dude. It takes me back.
It's awesome, dude. That's great."
I don't think other people like it, but it's Christmas, right?
You lost your Tasty.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry. Dude. So he's like, yeah, and he points to his own. It's the same sweater. Sam just sort of like walks up and slaps you both on the back of the head. You two are both idiots.
Makes everyone else look better.
She gives you a hug, Scott. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
So you go looking for Boris, and you don't see him inside. So you like step out in the backyard, and he's sort of standing there, enjoying a cigar as he's sort of sipping and on some sort of glass with a couple ice cubes and clear liquid. Scott.
Oh, Boris.
Hey, takes you on a big hug. How are you?
I'm good.
But Christmas Eve service.
What? There was a service Christmas Eve?
There usually is, yes.
Which one of the
He slaps you back. It's all right. The next time, right?
No. Like, Rooster crowed 3 times. I'm Peter right now. Gotta deny things while you can.
I'll get you there one day, I promise.
I'm sure you will.
He pulls out a cigar and offers it to you. You smoke?
When it's offered.
unusual thing for you Americans.
More than I just have a hard time saying no to anyone.
I'm kidding. There's plenty of people who smoke in America.
Good point.
You see this sort of like shine behind his eyes that you know means that he's enjoying making you feel awkward.
So what's Christmas like for a priest?
I believe you mean a monk, but services and community. So it's pretty good.
He kind of Scott raises his beer and like kind of gestures towards the house and takes it
He
back on the cigar.
clinks glasses with you. Takes
So
a
when's the service today?
thing. Again, you missed it. That's usually how Sunday works. In the morning we do service, and then in the evening we do dinner.
Huh. Fall on a Sunday. That's all.
It's a weird time to have Christmas, I agree.
Uh-huh.
Anyways.
In the winter? Huh. Who does that?
So, Petra, you're sort of moving through the party, talking to folks. Anything in particular on your mind?
Yeah, I
I apologize. Scott, make me that good composure resolve roll -4.
Honest, how what? -4. Even though I got a success on the last one?
Yes, even though.
Trying.
You're sitting there chatting with Boris, enjoying the evening and the snow and the cool. When you feel this cool, cold breeze against your face, and this pain in your neck sort of twinges for a moment, you see sort of a figure in the snow in front of you, sort of slowly walking towards you. And you blink and look again in backyard of Luca's place.
I just blow smoke in that direction.
Petra.
Okay, so I think that I have not been doing a fantastic job lately of guiding my younger brother as he needs to be guided. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
I'm gonna go look for him. I'm gonna say, hey, I have someone you. Well, first of all, I'm gonna establish where Scott is. Then I'm gonna go look for Soren, and I'm gonna say there's somebody that he needs to meet.
Okay, so you sort of keep tabs on Scott as you're sort of moving through the house. You see Soren sort of leaning up against the wall in the kitchen, sipping on presumably a beer of some sort that Luca has brewed. And you watch Scott sort of walk out through the kitchen, out the back. And you walk up and Soren, hey Petra.
Hey,
Merry
Soren.
Christmas.
And I raise and clink. Merry Christmas.
He gently clinks bottles with you.
So,
How's things?
Oh, same old, same old. I don't know. Things are pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, no, good. You know, just
You okay?
stuff. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
can be. I don't know how you're so okay with this whole business. Like, there's too many people, right?
Do you want to step outside for a moment? There's someone out there I wanted you to meet anyway. Okay. Lead him out. Presumably find Boris and Scott.
Sure. Yeah, you guys step out. Scott, you see Petra and a ever so slightly shorter young man with similar-ish features that you can identify probably as relative.
Okay.
Hey!
Hey,
Is he like
Scott.
cigars?
Hey, Boris.
Hi, Petra.
So.
Petra's companion immediately pales slightly.
All right, guys. Boris, I presume you already know who this is, but Scott, I would like to introduce you to.
Boris gives you a hug, Petra, and then walks over. Soren, and like you can see him like, and then just like bear hug.
All right, and then I say to Soren, Soren, I'd like you to paint this picture into your memory. You have before you positive example and negative example.
I told you I'm the one that makes everyone look better. I whisper to Boris.
What?
And then I wink at Scott, and I say, I kid, but really, you can take the measure of him from his sweater, right?
It's fucking great, isn't it? Fucking great.
It's something. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, actually, and I look at Scott. How did we meet again anyway, Scott? You're so unlike everybody else. I know.
Oh, mutual friends. Someone told me that I was a little bit lonely in town, and someone said, "Oh, you should totally stop by my friend's house, Luca's. They know people in the area who you'll probably get along with."
Cool. Yeah, it is great
Right?
having you around, though. As much as I
You
like
both
to
make
give you a hard time, you liven things up a
resolve
bit.
composure rolls -3. This conversation's happening, and as it is, you both are sort of shook with this moment of like Scott, you looking into a house, staring down the barrel of a shotgun that at a woman you've never seen before, and it's Petra. And Petra, you have this weird moment of like concern as Kenneth opens a door, and you just sort of lower a shotgun at this individual outside that you don't know. And as you both sort of come back, there's this like tension between you two for half a moment that sort of fades almost immediately. But neither of you can ignore the fact that something weird just sort of happened.
Soren, you can be here for the rest of the night. I need to talk to Petra about something. Just one of the reasons why my friend set me up with him.
Sure, I'll head inside. Soren slips inside. Boris sort of like looks at the two of you and eyes you carefully. Is there something I should know about?
I look at Scott and say, we gotta get ready for midnight service, right?
That is on Christmas Eve.
Oh, and Christmas Day. And the day. Right, Scott?
Uh-huh. There's another church in the area.
Don't do
that I'm
anything
going
I
to.
wouldn't, kids. And he heads in.
Okay. And I sort of, like lean up against a wall or something. I probably set my drink down, light up one of my cigarettes, and take a breath of it, exhale, and then look over at Scott and say, you feel that too? You were acting a little odd.
I don't know, something's just not sitting right.
Frankly, Scott, if you think something's not sitting right, then
I don't know, I've had a lot to drink.
I slap myself in the face. I close my eyes. I open my eyes.
Feels like you slapping yourself. The world goes dark and then comes back.
I look over at Scott and I say, let me know if anything else happens. Otherwise, maybe I just need to get myself. Maybe I move up my next checkup.
As you say this, the door sort of throws open, and a couple sort of like stumble their way out, sort of intertwined together, and sort of like out of the house and around the corner. You catch the long limbs and longish dark hair of Luca, and maybe someone that might have resembled Vi as they sort of like disappear around a corner, making out furiously.
Was that?
I didn't know they were together, but maybe?
Yes, you did. Of course they are.
Oh, yes, I did. Of course they are.
They've been together for as long as you guys have known them.
It's normally customary to wait until later in the evening when you're the host, but 'tis the season to be merry.
Yeah, and crazy stupid love. What are you gonna do? They're kids.
How's your throwing arm, Petra?
It's not the thing I work at the most, but...
Scott starts making a snowball.
And on that, we move to Maya. So, Maya, you are in the kitchen. You make the drink. You take it out to your dad. He takes a sip, sighs. You know, you got a talent, kid.
Thanks,
you should go into the business.
What business is that?
He winks. Thanks, Maya. I appreciate it.
Anything for you, Dad?
He gives you a kiss on the cheek and goes back to debating Kurt about philosophy.
Yes, yes.
Andy swings by and sort of like just near as he talks to Wayne about I don't know what do normal people talk about.
Sports ball.
But
What?
no, they're talking about whatever teams they follow, whether they be esports or actual sports or actual sport, physical sports or whatnot. Kenneth sort of like bumbles over and says hi to you. Oh, hey Maya, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, I'm not bad. How are you doing?
You know, just sort of waiting to see if anybody tries my concoctions.
Wait, what kind of concoctions?
Wait, did you not see?
Huh?
Like, hustles you over to the kitchen as you see Petra leading someone younger than her, maybe her brother, out the door. And he points to a little chemical beaker set that each has like little different colored liquids in it. He goes, I designed these. They're going to be not quite entirely safe, but they're going to be interesting. That much I know.
I thought we were talking about drugs for a minute, Kenneth.
He looks to the side and looks to the other side. I mean, what is a drug?
I don't know, but I know I need some right now.
Okay. He picks up a pink one and hands it to you.
Wait, is this happy though?
I call it joy.
Okay.
And then he points, he goes, and this is peace, and this is patience, and this is kindness, and this is gentleness. Get into the joke.
Well, hey, I can't do this alone.
He picks up the one that he called peace, and like sort of clinks with you. You go back?
Yeah. I'm Maya.
All right, make me stamina roll.
Just stamina?
I guess Kenneth should also do that. Hey! You both had 2 successes. You take this drink, and it's fruity and kind of tart and a little bit turned at the aftertaste, but not like in a bad way, just in like a very, very, very slightly, something is past its expiration, but it doesn't matter because it still tastes good way. And then it's gone down, and Kenneth sets his down, and his cheeks begin to slowly redden a little bit, and you feel this sort of energy like fill your chest and your arms, and you get this sort of nervous energy that you want to do something with. As that happens, it sort of like relaxes a little bit, and you just feel excited, a little bit horny.
Always.
And as you're sort of looking at Kenneth, and he's just sort of like leaning back and just sort of like staring off into space for a second, and then looks back and goes, "Whoa, hey, guess what? It worked."
Kenneth, you've never looked more beautiful.
That's weird. Aren't you married?
Hey, what are you talking about? I just said you're a beautiful man. I don't know what you're insinuating here, Kenneth.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm not used to that sort of a compliment. And then you sort of get knocked into him a little bit as somebody accidentally bumps into you, and you hear sort of mumble, "Oh, sorry, Maya," and you see a tangle of arms sort of flow out the back of the door.
Well, I turn to Anna and I go, I guess we're not going to be able to give him his Christmas present yet, huh?
He sort of leans out. I'd say he's unwrapping his early?
Outside, that's word for that is, but that's something.
Kenneth, like, slides open a window. Be safe, kids! Don't get frostbite! Shuts it.
That's funny.
At this point, Petra, Scott, make dexterity firearms rolls?
It's athletics for throwing things.
Okay, sure. Dexterity
Both already rolled.
At this point, you start hearing little poof, 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 poof sounds from outside.
Oh, I'm throwing him at
With
Luke
the
and
occasional
I.
run. Snow sort of like splatter on the inside of the stairs down to the back door as you realize that the door's still open. Kenneth like looks at you and looks out and goes, "I have an idea."
Couldn't hear you.
Sorry. Kenneth looks at you, Maya, and looks at the open door and says, "I have an idea." Sneaks over to the freezer, opens it up, picks up a snowball about this big,
Someone's gonna die.
and starts like creeping outside.
Someone's gonna die. Kenneth, are you sure? I feel like, is that ice?
No, it's snow.
How long ago did you put that in there?
He stops and goes, "Earlier this morning, it's fine." There's a couple more.
Kill someone. Don't kill someone, okay?
He does that dexterity stealth roll. He does that dexterity stealth roll really well. Petra, make me... Actually, Petra and Scott, make me a resolve composure roll.
Straight up resolve composure?
Yeah. Damn! Petra, you hear sort of a crunch of snow. Spin and just deliver a snowball straight into Kenneth's face as he drops this giant snowball into the ground. Oh. Okay, well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
I look at Kenneth I look at the giant snowball. I look up at Kenneth with a question in my eyes.
And then you get pelted in the side of the head by Scott.
I grab the giant snowball and fire back.
I mean, it's broken, but you grab half of it.
Okay, sure.
Maya, do you go outside?
I mean, it's warm inside, right? And I'm feeling good. And Andy's inside, so I'm inside.
True, but there's sort of like you got like a nervous energy you gotta do something with, right?
Sure.
You don't have to go outside. There are other things you could do with that energy.
I don't like snow to get hit in my face, so that doesn't sound fun to me.
Okay. What do you do when you're feeling like that?
Bend. Right?
I can hear you.
Are we all
cut
cutting out?
A little
No,
bit, I
just you
think,
and Karnis.
unfortunately.
And Tasty.
Okay, is that... No, that's not better. Fuck!
It's because we don't have the right Discord app.
Yeah. Fucking Discord.
Wait, I think it's actually installing now.
I'm still downloading.
Wait. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Is Karnis gone?
I think so.
No, he's
For a little bit.
in picture.
If you throw that big snowball at me, I'm catching it and spinning and throwing it back at you.
Because it's an ice
All right,
chunk.
fine. Is that just
Spinning
the
and throwing it
same?
into Luca and Vi.
Is that just the same roll again for both of us? Probably.
Can you guys seriously not hear me right now?
I
Oh, I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. I could for a second. You said, can you guys seriously not hear me right now?
What the hell?
I can hear you.
Tasty, I closed my Discord and restarted the download, and it came through this
Okay,
time.
how about now?
I'm gonna try
I
that.
can hear you.
Sweet. Now we just have to get to the point where you can see me.
Oh yeah, your
Aha.
video is just frozen. I think you can catch
I'm
this thing with
alive!
2 successes. Hey, Karnis.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, we were just working out what happened with the snowballs while you were away. I threw half the big snowball at Scott, but Scott apparently caught it.
I never left. I was always here.
Yeah, but
I just
we
couldn't
weren't
do
able
anything
to
about it.
interact with you, so we entertained ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
What he's
So,
saying
you
is he
throw the big
doesn't-
skull. Skull? Sorry, go ahead, Maya.
No. I was explaining to Casey that he's saying that he heard you.
Ah, yes. You throw the big snowball at Tasty, and he catches it, and he throws it back. And
Oh, I throw
you
it
catch
at Vi and Luca.
They're on the other side of the building, though.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
You guys are...
Maybe he throws it over the roof and gets a lucky shot.
My first snowball that I threw was at them. Like I wanted to walk around the house and flop. If I haven't done that yet, then that's.
I
one
mean,
of the
that's
things I do.
allowable. You can totally do that. You scatter snow all over the people making out,
Outside.
and you get a hey, what the fuck? And they like separate for a second and glare at you, Tasty.
No, he's gone. He like throws and ducks back.
Stop calling him Tasty.
Sorry, Scott.
There's a bit of an overlap there. Don't worry.
You were saying that
I can
asked
hear
you
now,
what-
so I feel like I can. Yes. Okay, continue.
Yeah. I asked what you were gonna do with all your extra energy, and then you said something that I only caught like half of.
I said I'd bang my husband in Luca's room.
Oh, okay. You do
Because
that.
Luca's not using it, I feel like that's where he should be doing this make-out session because it's cold outside. But I sneak into Luca's room.
Okay. I thought that's what you said originally, but I did not want to make assumptions.
You wanted me to use my nervous energy? That's what I would do.
All right. Make me. What is a blending roll?
Blending.
Yeah, you don't want like everybody to know what you guys are doing.
Oh.
And you got to make your way upstairs. So would be. I'm thinking definitely like manipulation, socialize.
I don't have any socialize though.
I will take stealth. I will take dexterity stealth also, but
What about subterfuge?
Casey is very upset by this.
What?
Take a dexterity stealth -2 or a manipulation socialize.
Which is the same.
Oh, well, then I guess tough shit.
Wait, where's stealth? Yeah, it's just one either way.
Wow. Andy's rolling really good today, guys.
Maya's not now. Maya's just up and down. She's just like this.
All right, yeah, you guys make your way upstairs, and you have a great time.
Yeah. Don't make me roll the bad roll right now. Am I gonna have to roll it right now?
Oh, that? No, I'm not that mean.
Okay, good.
Even I'm not that mean.
Okay, good.
No. Oh, if I was though. Oh.
Maybe we should.
We should. I don't want to.
What's the roll?
Resolve composure -2.
Here we go.
I don't want to do this. Don't make me do this.
If I don't succeed, do you don't have to do it then, right?
No, I don't.
There you go. Congratulations, I'm blissfully ignorant still. Which is a weird little tingle.
Exactly what you were gonna see, and it was bad. It was really bad. So, Petra, Scott, as you guys are throwing snowballs back and forth, you see Luca and Vi sort of sneak around the corner with snowballs to fling at you, except they're not doing it very well. So you guys can hit them first to do so desire.
Scott just walks out with just like, are you not entertained?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna sort of strike a pose and just very clearly look at them and smile with a snowball in my right hand.
You both get pegged with snowballs.
Okay, and then...
Petra, were those snowballs white or blue? Because it felt like blue balls to me.
I have nothing to say to that.
Luca laughs. He walks up to you, Scott, and just, punches you in the stomach. Not hard, but... He grabs you and gives you a hug. You're an asshole, Scott.
I give him a hug, too.
Fuck you.
No, her job. No, her job to fuck you. Wait a minute. There's more booze.
I smile, shake my head, and start cleaning myself off to go back inside.
Yeah, you all head back inside. Make me, so this would be, let's call it wits composure is fine. As you guys walk back inside. Jeez, Petra. As you all are walking back inside, Scott, you notice sort of a slightly disapproving look from Luca's dad as he spots Luca and Vi sort of walking back in together.
meet Luca's dad?
I mean, you met Luca's dad after your guys' first Christmas party last year. That was when you first met him.
How old are we? How old's Luca, I mean?
Luca's 26.
So his dad
is.
is like 50, 60.
His dad's like late 40s. Luca's the oldest.
So he had him young.
Yeah.
20. Young, but not too young.
Yeah. Duh, we know everyone. Everyone's friends with everyone's dads and shit.
No. Yeah, no. You guys have like, the you kids have all been friends for like several years now, and somebody had the idea to like get everybody together for a party. Like, become a tradition now.
And we do that every year.
Yeah, for the last couple of years now. Yeah.
Where's Vi's dad?
You know, Vi's dad doesn't come to these sort of things. She's not happy about it, but it doesn't happen.
What about Vi's mom?
You know much about Vi's mom, which is a weird thing as you think about it. Make me resolve composure -1. You must be forgetting something.
You're busy doing something else. Can't focus on
You've
it.
heard her talked about her mom, but you just don't remember. You're a bad friend.
I'm shitty.
Yeah, so you guys all head back in. Things are sort of winding down. People are sitting for drinks.
Can we play charades? I feel like this is a party. We should play a game.
You're playing something else at the moment.
Oh, I thought I was back downstairs. No? I don't know how long. I didn't know how much time had passed. Well, it's not going to take forever. I'm in Luca's room, so like 10 minutes tops.
No, not forever, but like, I mean, there is a time limit. like some amount of time required.
We'll give it 10 minutes.
Anyway, sure. We'll say that some time has elapsed, and you're coming downstairs, and or you've made your way back downstairs, and you suggest charades, which make me a presence persuasion roll.
Scott's totally down to do charades. I want to help her however I can.
Go ahead and make me presence.
Of course, I get that one.
Or what's the other one? Not persuasion, but
Expression? Socialize?
Presence expression. Yeah. No, presence empathy. You're trying to like hype everybody up to go with her. All right, Maya, roll 3 more dice.
Okay, 1 sec.
Cool. Everyone's like, okay, fine.
Ha ha ha.
But you know, people are protesting for the sake of protesting.
You just pissed out one last time.
Whoever wins, I'll make a drink.
Everybody make presence expression rolls, and Petra roll presence expression. Roll 4 dice for Wayne. Maya roll 6 dice for Andy.
Wait, together?
Just like separately.
Oh.
Vi has 2 successes.
Do you guys see my 100% success? I got 9, 9, 10.
Look at you.
So this is Luca fails miserably.
He's not used to being in front of people.
Scott, roll 4 for roll 5 for Alex.
Hey, my boy.
I'll roll for Sam. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, so you guys go about cold case files for me. You're a bad person, Kissy. You guys spend the next hour or so going back and forth doing charades. The best by far is Sam. Like, her team is winning, whichever team hers is, but she's really, really good. It's your team, Scott.
No one's on my team?
And since you all are in the same room together for an extended period of time, I need all three of you to roll me Resolve Composure +1. And add them together for me. Oh, damn, Scott carried the team.
Yeah.
Is
8.
this moment where you all are enjoying this time, and then there's this snap, and everything goes quiet, and the three of you just sort of look at each other. It's frozen. And you each get sort of brief flashes. Maya, you see Andy.
I didn't hear what you said. You cut out.
Really? I literally am like eating my mic.
I believe you. I think we just got issues tonight. I just didn't want to miss whatever you just said. I didn't want to miss whatever you just said.
Anyways, you see Andy face white against a black asphalt background, blood sort of spilling around him. You see Alex, arm sort of crumpled up against his chest, run through a forest. Petra, you see a woman in a nightgown, torn, blood sort of splattering her front, and then as she sort of rocks back and forth on a bench, sort of walking towards you in uniform, and you all sort of look at each other. And you all remember that things are. Andy's dead. Barely spoken to Alex more than a couple of times a year, probably in the last 2 years, Scott. You saw Sam naked and vulnerable, but 8 hours ago in some sort of fey nightmare world. Petra, you don't have this kind of life. This is something from another person's memory. Something you may have dreamed of and wished for at one point, but fuck it if it's not real. Then everybody starts back up.
Wait, we're back at the party again.
You were always at the party, but
We're still at the party
again.
then, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So is Andy still in the room?
Yeah, he's sitting next to you, laughing.
I see if I can pull Petra aside.
Yeah, you stand up, and he sort of gives you like sort of a side look, but sees
I
you
just
walking
give
over
him
to
like
Petra.
a 1 second, yeah.
Yeah, he just sort of like goes back to talking to whoever he's talking to.
I like, is there a quiet corner I can, or outside or wherever? Like, oh, like, hey, Petra.
No, you can.
Basement. Scott says. Three of us gonna talk for a second.
Okay, you guys head down to the basement then.
Sure.
Consensus?
As long as no one's there. I was gonna say go for a smoke, but if wherever no one is.
Both of those places would be free of people, probably.
I mean, if there's a need for me to weigh in, I'll just sort of nod towards outside, probably.
Okay, you guys walk outside. Quiet. Much quieter.
I sort of mechanically reach for another cigarette, and then I stop myself as I've got my hands around them and just pull my hand back out and sort of look off into the sky.
Guys, so I don't know what's going on here, and I don't know who that is in there, but I don't know how Andy can be real right now. Did anyone else feel something weird?
I'm just trying to remember one thing out of character.
Yes.
Maya did tell me about Andy.
I've told everyone about Andy.
She
What
did.
do I remember about Andy?
I don't remember hearing about Andy.
I don't think she went into specifics, but I know she told you that.
No, that's not
it was when
true.
you guys went.
That's not true. Petra, we like had a heart-to-heart in the in-between time where I came over to your house and we sat on the couch and I told you everything about Andy.
Right. So,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
asking right now,
You
what
guys
do I
went looking
remember?
for him. Yeah.
Do I remember
Oh.
You
that
do remember that.
conversation?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Mhm.
And Scott, what you know is like when we kind of had like a mini conversation, I told you about losing someone. So I guess you could maybe assume that it was Andy.
Now he
but,
is, yeah.
Yeah.
So... somebody's fucked up then.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well... I look over at
Yeah.
Maya. I remember you telling me that Andy died. You're saying that Andy died. And...
I remember meeting him a couple years ago. And that other stuff. Is there a stick or something around here?
Sure.
do I remember that Tara died?
You do. You remember, as you think about that, you almost drop to your knees as like memories fresh as the moment they happen slam into your skull. You holding her in your arms and trying to do CPR and trying to breathe life back into her body, only to know that it was to no avail.
Okay, so in this make-believe world that we're in, the house where I met up with Tara was... oh wait, actually no, that is different. I look at the other two and I say, do you want to take a field trip?
Like, what? I don't know if I want to leave right now.
I want to get out of here.
I'm gonna go for a drive. Either of you are free to come with me.
Yeah, give me a second. How thick's the stick, Karnis, that I grabbed?
How thick do you... well, I mean, you can find like average size sticks.
Okay, well, a couple ones that are like as thick as my, I'd say.
Thumb?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to put it in my mouth. And I want to take out the knife that I pulled out of the kitchen.
Okay.
And I'm going to stab myself in the thigh.
Make me a resolve roll.
Solve what?
Resolve. Just resolve. Intentionally hurting yourself is not an easy thing to do.
And we haven't regained any willpower since last, right?
No, you have not.
Although Petra is supposed to get one back.
Petra is supposed to get everything back, actually.
Oh.
Been full willpower. Did I not message you about that?
If you did, I didn't see it.
Okay, yeah. Your active charity in like using your hard-earned cash to buy your allies' phones that return your entire willpower.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Scott, you slammed the knife down into your thigh. It hurts a lot. Take.
Too lethal.
What's your weaponry skill?
My weaponry is 1.
Okay. Take 1 lethal damage.
I look down at his leg, look up, realize what he was attempting, and sort of refrain from trying to help and just wait.
Didn't work.
Okay. Is there any kind of like can I grab like some kind of piece of cloth or something? Maybe I run inside and grab something to like wrap around it.
Oh, yeah, you can run inside and like grab a hand towel real quick.
Yeah, I'll do something like that. I'll find something that I can just tie around his leg.
Okay. You ease it out and then tie it down around the wound. It's not huge or anything, but it's kind of deep.
Okay. Well, good try.
Uh-huh.
So try number 2. Anyone want to come with me?
Oh yeah, it sounds like a much better idea. Scott was raising the knife up again when you said try number 2.
That's what I thought too. Why are
Above
we...
his other leg.
I'm sorry, but why are we trying to leave right now?
Because that's not real.
But that's like everything in there.
I look at mine and say, I'm feeling 2 things right now. One of them is that I desperately want to go back inside and just be in that. The second is that I am deeply, I would say irrationally, but it might actually be rationally, angry at whatever is doing this. And I'm trying to lean into that.
Petra, make me occult roll.
Make a what roll?
Intelligence occult. There are a handful of things that can create dream worlds like this. Key among them that pop in your mind are fairies, of course. The fact of the matter is almost none of them do it without taking something from you while they do it.
Okay. That reaffirms my desire to do what I was going to do.
Well, it's also information you could share, should you so desire.
Okay. I look over at Scott and Maya and I say, look, we're in danger. We're actually in danger. And the longer that we spend in there and the more that we let ourselves spend time there, the worse things are going to get. So I shrug. I'm not going to force anybody, but I'm looking to get out of here.
Something happened to Kenneth in real world, and something's happened to Luca.
I pull my keys out of my pocket, toss them up into the air and grab them, catch them once again, and they sort of jangle a bit. And I say, I'm taking off. Follow me if you want. Scott, can you walk on that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold
Alright.
on just for, like, when I look back inside, what do I see?
You
Like,
see
I look for Andy, what is he doing?
he's chatting with Kurt. He's frowning a little bit, but not like a lot, which means they're probably talking about something serious. But after about a second and a half, he sort of smiles and chuckles a little bit. So probably getting advice.
Is Luca around?
You don't see Luca.
What about... No, that's okay. Okay. I just, so I look back, I take that in, and I look at Petra and I say, okay, fine, let's go.
You guys walk towards the front of the house, towards Petra's car. As you break the front of the property, there's sort of a glow, soft orange glow, and you look over and there's Luca. Looks over, flicks a black rolled cigarette lightly. Don't do this.
Who does he say that to?
All
What?
of you.
Oh, he says all of this to all of us.
I look up and I say, you have 3 seconds to tell me why not.
He looks towards the house, looks back. All that's waiting out there is more pain.
Luca would never say that.
You're right.
And I walk. I say Luca would never say that, and I walk.
Follow Maya.
God, just
Get in the car, start it, begin to pull forward, and as you do, a hand reaches out, stops the vehicle. Dead.
who is it?
Luca's standing in front of the car.
We're gonna have to kill Luca, you guys.
Scott gets out the car.
As you
I never
walk
did-
up,
I never did pay you
There's-
back for that shitty beer.
he cocks his head ever so slightly.
And I sock him in the jaw.
Your hand goes straight through his face. And the image of Luca sort of shimmers. Replaced by a shadow of a person. Replaced the back of Petra's head. As the two of you are rushing out into a snowy evening. And there's a young woman standing in front of you, hands outstretched. Blonde hair with various colored highlights, curves held in by a parka and leather pants, various rings in lip and eyebrow, as Nadia sort of looks at you with icy blue eyes and says, "Please, don't! It's not safe, don't go!"
What do we see when we look around?
You, Maya, are sort of checking Kenneth as a little bit of blood's around his ears and nose. Petra, gun at the ready, not like up, but ready. And Scott right behind her are faced by Nadia, begging them to stop and not chase this figure into the snow. As the spell that she had wrought around your brains vanishes.
Oh, could I continue that punch then that was going for Petra and send it straight towards Nadia instead?
You have to get around Petra to do it, but I will allow that to be your first action. No, we'll do it now. You push Petra a little bit to the side and sock Nadia in the jaw. She spins and drops like a leaf. She doesn't have much in the way of stamina. As like she reaches up and blood comes away on her hand, and she just sort of stares up at you. Terror in her eyes. And that's what we're gonna call it.
Good. I need a spinning jump kick to her head.
I lost ice, and I don't know if it's intentional or not.
I lost everyone.
I'm sorry.
So I refreshed to see if things would come back.
I mean, in
But
fairness, your timing could have been worse. Oh.
All right. Good night, stream.
Good night, stream.
Oh, go ahead.